community ought to look like a generation or two from now. So I thank you for all of those 3 reasons for being here. To begin with some thanks, and I'm actually going to single out first our colleague Steve Rackett from the Jewish Federation of Greater Washington, and Marc Terrill from the Associated Jewish Charities of Greater Federation. What's your name? The Associated. When you're like Baltimore, all you need is the Associated, like Prince, you know, have one name. But Steve and Marc, on behalf of their agencies, have hosted us for lunch, and we're grateful to both of you because we were very hungry. Next, I want to call Jerry Silverman up to bring greetings. As you know, Jerry is dancing at a lot of weddings over the course of these few days. So far, I think the GA has been terrific. Jerry is going to greet us on behalf of JFNA. But I want to say, as he's coming up, that in Jerry we have a professional leader of our field who cares deeply about what we are involved in, who not only talks the talk, but he walks the walk. JFNA is an extraordinarily generous supporter of JPRO, including being a very benevolent landlord. But Jerry, as a person and as a professional, models a lot of what we care most about. So Jerry, would you please say a few words?
So good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Okay, come on. This is Jewish professionals. Good afternoon, everyone. Hey, we're role models. We're, supposed to have dukma. That's what they taught me before I got kicked out of Jewish camp. Welcome to the General Assembly 2014. Welcome to the annual JPRO program at the General Assembly. I first want to say congratulations and really thank Brenda Gervitz for the great work she does as a professional day in, day out. Really appreciate what is going on. We also hope that you're enjoying the General Assembly this year. We've taken a lot of challenges, we've taken a lot of feedback, we've taken a lot of risks as we move forward as an organization to really create a new format for the GA, to really hear from different types and different people who have different perspectives on our community, and to learn from others outside our community who are doing interesting things that can make a difference and that we can learn from. Example is Rachel Botsman's speech this morning about collaboration and new methodologies in collaboration using assets. It made me think about this lunch and look at thinking about all the assets in this room and thinking about probably the unproductive, not in a negative way, but the unproductive assets that could be maximized by collaborating in a bigger, broader way together, which I think is really significant. I think one of the ways is in the concept and really thinking through how we are developing our professionals and really ensuring that we have a vibrant, strong field of Jewish professionals as we move forward. There's work being done in various areas, which you will hear about, but it's really exciting what's really happening. I hope that you've gone in the backyard downstairs, that you've taken time to go into the new area of pipelines and to see what they're doing, because it's something that is new and fresh and innovative and inventive that's going on within the field of Jewish professional development. One of the key things that I just want to say is that being here at the GA, what you do every day really exemplifies the word hineni, that you're present. Being present is what it's all about. Being there challenging, pushing, and driving an agenda is something that is so critical to the Jewish future. And whether you're a professional in this room, whether you're a volunteer in this room, I really thank you all. I would also say to you, and to those who are being honored today with the various awards, you know, the Norman Edell Scholarship, the Bernard Rotkin Professional Development Fellowship, the Young Professional Award, the Mandelkorn Distinguished Service Award, all of you have done something special, and I really congratulate you all for earning these awards. I want to make special mention to my colleague, a mentor, somebody who, since I've come into this position, has been an amazing guide for me and has an amazing neshama, and I just want to call out and congratulate my friend Alan Gill. With that, I wish you a great luncheon. I really hope you get a lot out of this GA, and as we move forward, I really want to say, continue Hineni.
Thank you very much, Terry. I want to continue with the theme of recognition and thanks to people who really earned it. I certainly want to echo what Terry said about Brenda Geberts. Brenda is a wonderful partner and just a great resource for anyone in the field and a source of expertise and inspiration to so many of us. And Emily Wellington, Emily, where is Emily?
Here.
Running around doing things. Thank you for your help and working with Brenda at the JPRO office. About 3 years ago, like now, I was the president of JCSA, and I got held back, I suppose, but we were looking for someone to step into the role of the presidency. The nominating committee had a lot of conversation, and we approached Marc Terrill to serve as the president. Marc at the time was already super committed, running a great shop in Baltimore. He was still at the time serving as the co-chair of the World Council of Jewish Communal Service Conference, a very time-intensive volunteer assignment, as well as all the other things in Marc's life that he was managing. He nonetheless, after giving it serious deliberation, came back and said, if you need me to do this, I will do it. And he didn't say it grudgingly, he said it with an open heart, and that's exactly the way he fulfilled his responsibilities as president over the course of his 2+ years in the chair. And when we needed him to stay on, he stayed on a little bit, and I want to take just this minute or two to recognize Marc. Marc is I tend to like ready, aim, and then I get around the fire. Well, Marc is the exact opposite. Marc is a ready, aim, fire kind of guy. He's an activist. He's an activist in how he does his job. He's thoughtful without taking a lot of time. He drives to consensus, but he doesn't wait for consensus. He molds consensus. And it was under Marc's presidency that we had a consultancy. We engaged Jack Ugeles and Steve Cohen, did what I think is going to end up being an important contribution both to social science and to our field, a strategic change process. They surveyed the field. They sent out over 18,000 surveys. We had over 4,000, 4,200 some qualified surveys, by far the largest survey ever of our field. What it found was the need, the appetite, the demand for the kinds of services that the Leadership Pipelines Alliance is providing, and specifically that JPRO is providing and can provide in the future. And it was under Marc's leadership that he consolidated this information. He brought together the opinion makers, the shapers of our field, as well as our board, and gave us strategic direction and a clear focus, a mandate, in fact, for the future. I think that Marc, in every way, deserves our deep, deep thanks, and I'd like to ask Marc to come up and receive some just a token of Brendan is like going like this. Let me read it while Marc is coming up. JPRO Network congratulates and thanks Marc B, Terrill President, 2012 to 2014 for his vision and transformative leadership.
Quickly, what a surprise, number one, and what a mention organization, and secondly, we're doing sacred work. So I'm glad that you're all here and understand about professional development and professionalism, and just keep on doing the good work. Thank you.
And the good news about Marc is we have his email address, his home address, and he's not going anywhere. I said a little bit earlier about the power of recognition. One of the roles of a professional organization is to elevate the branding, elevate the status of the field. Clearly, a very powerful, compelling way to do that is to identify exemplars of excellence in the field. There are a few awards, a handful. I am so excited. I share Jerry's enthusiasm for the quality of the people who have been selected this year. What we're going to do now is go through the presentation of the awards, and then that'll be followed by the program. So again, thank you very much for being here. I think it says a lot about you. It says a lot about the award winners, and mostly it says a lot about the future of our field. So, Karen, can we get things rolling?
Good afternoon. My name is Karen Edell Yoskowitz, and I'm honored to present the Norman Edell Scholarship Award. I'm very proud that Norman Edell is my grandfather, and it's a great honor for me to stand here before you today. Growing up, I visited my grandparents in Syracuse almost every summer. My memories of my grandfather are that of a gentle man of few words who would do anything for his grandchildren, and who could convey so much with a wink of his piercing blue eyes or a raise of his eyebrow. While I knew he was the Federation Director of Syracuse, and before that South Bend, he was simply Zeta to me. Since I started at JFNA almost 9 years ago, I've come to learn much more about who he was as a Jewish communal professional. A quiet but strong leader who would do anything for his community, exceptionally available to his staff and lay leaders, and a great source of knowledge and advice on all issues. Whether they were interreligious, internal Jewish issues, or those that impacted the cities where he worked, it's clear to me that not only was he loved and adored by me, he was highly admired and well-respected among his colleagues. Never have I felt more connected to or inspired by him and the groundwork that he and so many others of his generation laid for those of us working in the Jewish world today. This fellowship honors my grandfather's dedicated service to the Jewish communal profession by giving young professionals from small federations the opportunity to experience the GA and learn about the federation system, and by doing so, provide the motivation to continue their careers in the Jewish community. I cannot think of a better way to honor his incredible legacy of service to the Jewish people. I would like to thank my uncle David Edell and Brenda Geverts for their stewardship of this nomination process, and the award committee for their thoughtful care in selecting an individual that best represents what my grandfather and this opportunity is all about. I'm honored to present this year's Norman Edell Fellowship to Aaron Gorodzinsky from the Jewish Federation of Lehigh Valley. Aaron, thank you for the important work you do each day. I'm privileged to present you with this opportunity to participate in the General Assembly and recognize your accomplishments. Congratulations.
There's a really large platform here, and I don't think I need it for the mic. I just want to say thank you. I feel like I'm very tall for the mic. Thank you. Yes. It's really an honor to be surrounded by so many professionals, from my peers at Hebrew Union College, where I went to grad school,
So I did my first internship at the Jewish Federation of Los Angeles. I'm glad I didn't stay there, otherwise I wouldn't have got the award for small federations. To my colleagues and friends at the Jewish Federation of the Lehigh Valley, I get challenged every day by my assistant director, Judy Diamondstein, by my president, Martin Scoglianco, our marketing director, Stephanie Smarchan, and Iris, who's our campaign director and photographer for the day. The work that we do impacts more than ever. We are the largest Jewish organization in our community, and without us, our Jewish community would not be what it is. So thank you very much for this honor, and I am blessed to be surrounded by all of you award winners, and mazel tov to you all. Thank you.